Yes, ladies and gents, what's good? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism channel where we talk all things boxing. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, put that bell notification on all so you can get notified of all the latest activity on this channel. So let's get into this one. Just going to talk briefly here about the press conference for the December the 11th clash between Chris Eubank Jr. and Liam Williams. And they just had the kickoff presser for this fight. And for me, it just pretty much went as I expected for the most part. Eubank Jr. comes in there with his fur coat, dark glasses and stuff like that. Coming in, looking looking stylish, styling and profiling. Williams just coming there normal, just looks like he means business. And Eubank, he answered a few questions. He just confidently expressed himself in this. He was just calmly saying, look, I'm the superior guy. I'm better than this guy. This guy is just like another fight to me. And then obviously Williams himself, he spoke first. So he kind of started off respectful with Chris Eubank, saying that, yeah, he respects him. He respects his skill. He doesn't like him as a person. And, Eubank said pretty much the same thing. But Williams like, yeah, I don't like him as a person, but as a fighter, he's always in good shape. He's got good engine. So he was quite complimentary. But then when Chris Eubank went in and started talking about him, how he's the better fighter, didn't take much for a few expletives, a few cuss words coming out the mouth. But both men were, overall, they were quite calm. Williams was just a bit more colourful with his language, a bit more explosive, but both men were kind of like, they were cool. They were sort of within themselves. It didn't take much. As I say, Williams is one of those guys that it's like, he's explosive. If you push him, if you say something he don't like, he's gonna respond. He's one of them guys that he's a fiery character. He won't start it off, but if you do something, you say something he don't like, he's gonna be on you. Whereas Eubank is more calm, he's more matter of fact. He tries to be mature in that respect. So yeah, there's loads of words exchanged. You had Williams saying, I'm gonna punch his head in. You had Eubank making clear that, listen, this guy said a lot of things online, on Twitter and whatever, and the Sky guys were saying, well, what did he say? He said, listen, I'm not gonna repeat that stuff here on a press conference. This is Sky. I'm going to be respectful. I'm not going to repeat what he said, but what he said was disrespectful. What he said made it personal. So now I really do want to give this guy a beatdown. So there were two kind of contrasting styles and personalities. One that's just, let you know how it is, and Eubank more the cerebral character, the calm character that's more like, yeah, I'm just going to make you pay. You said something, you crossed the line, I'm going to make you pay in that ring. Also a factor in this fight is going to be that it's in Cardiff, Wales. Obviously, we know Liam Williams, he's a Welshman, that's where he's from. So Chris Eubank Jr. is going over to his backyard to have this fight. And that's definitely could play a factor. It will make Williams definitely up for the fight. I think it will probably give Liam Williams a boost because you have his Welsh people will be backing him. I would imagine he'd have the crowd behind him because Eubank Jr., like his dad, he kind of splits opinion. He's one of those guys that, in my view at least, from people I talk to and stuff, what I see online, it's like you have a large contingent of people who just don't like him, who just just don't take to him. They're just whatever training videos, they're cussing him, you haven't won a world title yet. And there's a lot of people who don't like Chris Eubank Jr. But at the same time, there's also a lot of people who do like him. I think he splits opinion right down the middle. Like I quite like him. I think he's a good fighter. I like him because he's very entertaining to watch, and I think he's got a ceiling there. He's got a high ceiling there where he's got things to work on. But yeah, I think he's a good talent. But yeah, a lot of people don't like him. They just think he's arrogant, and they think, he's just living off of his father's name. And him having that name Eubank does, it brings with it a controversy and whatnot. So yeah, Williams is definitely going to have a lot of people on his side. He's going to have probably most of the crowd on his side. Eubank may have his little fraction of fans there, but yeah, it's a bold mood, positive move by Eubank to have it over there. You know, he was saying in the conference as well that when asked about the location, he was saying that, yeah, look, I'm happy to go to this guy's backyard. You know, I've done it multiple times before, and even myself, I can remember him going over to Germany, and you know, Sauerland was saying, oh yeah, Germany was like Galatasaray. Yeah, so Sauerland was saying it was like a Galatasaray atmosphere over there in Germany. Loads of Turks around, Turkish fans, and he's fighting a Turkish fighter. And Eubank Jr., for his part, he seems to be one of those guys that's gonna sort of thrive on the atmosphere. He likes being the underdog, you know. Don't get me wrong. He said, "Yeah, look, I'd like people to be on my side, but if they're not, I'll win them over," sort of thing. So yeah, both men have a positive attitude towards it. Both men seem to sort of quite like it. You know, Williams is happy it's over in Wales. He said, "Oh, I wouldn't have even minded being somewhere else where he's more comfortable." But yeah, but Eubank confident of victory, and as is Williams. So we'll see what develops from here. You let me know your thoughts on the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of this press conference, and of course, let me know what you think about the fight. Do you believe Eubank wins this?